Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. And I know Nancy Pelosi's probably very, very upset with her daughter and how her daughter has become close with some of the January 6th defendants that are currently being held in the DC gulag. And her video here that's in this article, it's like 16 minutes. We won't have time to go through the whole article, or the whole video, but there are some highlights of it. And where she admits, these things, that it wasn't an insurrection, that the defendants would probably do better if they were able to get their cases moved out of DC, because DC is very biased, which we already know. And so she's going against everything that her mother and, of course, all of these Democrats and the mainstream media were harping on. Not saying that Nancy Pelosi's daughter is a good person or a good fighter for justice or whatever, but it seems like, from her perspective and from her just seeing this as maybe a rational human being, seeing that these individuals are being railroaded in the court system there in DC. So it was very interesting that she comes out on video to talk about this stuff, which I find very, very interesting. So before we dive into today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button if you're new here. Thank you for joining me. Allow me to share some info with you. Hopefully, you can share it with your friends and family. Smash that like button to 1,500 likes. And if you like the content, you like the video, you like the channel, smash that super thanks. I know I said 1,500 likes. That'd be great if we could hit that. Let's shoot for 300 though. In this article, make sure you go. It will be linked in the description down below. You can actually access the video through that article, and I encourage you to go and check it out. It's a Gateway Pundit exclusive video. So go check it out. It's very, very interesting. So here we have the article here. Never before seen video. Nancy Pelosi filmmaker daughter Alexandria Pelosi caught on tape refuting the January 6th narrative, admitting January 6th protest was not an insurrection. The DC courts are too biased. Pelosi's daughter is producing an HBO documentary about the January 6, 2021 protest and riot in DC. On October 2022, CNN released never-before-seen footage of Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell inside the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021, the two people who refused to call in the National Guard prior to that day and during the riot. The footage was filmed by Nancy Pelosi's daughter, Alexandria, and Nancy's son-in-law was outside during the protest filming the insurrection, right? Nancy had a camera crew at the U.S. Capitol as if she knew something. It was going to be a historic day. It was quite a coincidence, wasn't it? Now, there is never before released video of Pelosi's daughter admitting that January 6th defendant that the insurrection narrative was nonsense and the Washington, D.C. is too biased to hold fair trials for Trump supporters. And she's absolutely right. So of course, this video has not been made public. This is an exclusive video by the Gateway Pundit's audience from our source. I did a lot of due diligence, making sure that the defendant who shot this video had permission to do so. I spoke with his attorney, who provided me documentation that Pelosi's daughter agreed to be filmed if they met. I wanted to bring this to you before anybody else. If you are interested in featuring it, Nancy Pelosi has contributed to destroy the countless lives of the insurrection narrative and the shame committee. And here is her daughter on camera saying it's all a crock. So here are some particular moments in this video. And again, you can follow that link in the description. It will take you to this video. At 2:43, the video says Pelosi says the shaman, the QAnon shaman, did nothing. What did the shaman do? He stood there. Then she said, after the Democrats lose the House, then they get rid of the committee. People may lose interest. No one's going to care after the Democrats are out of power and you take Biden out of office. Then who cares? Then she says, DC is a lot of people who work for the government. I don't think they're sympathetic. If you got it moved, change the trial jurisdiction from DC, you'll totally get off. And here she also says, if there was an insurrection, you were supposed to have a plan. It was the sorriest insurrection in history, right? You're going to be able to laugh about this one day. And then she talks about her friendship with Gavin McInnes and laughs at the notion that Proud Boys were white supremacists, right? And so here's the video, and you can check it out through that link. But this is Pelosi's daughter right here. And it's true. Obviously, if anybody with a functioning frontal lobe in their brain would be able to distinguish that what the narrative was a false premise cooked up by the mainstream media, cooked up by the Democrats in order to, one, prevent Donald Trump from running for president. 2, to slander his supporters and scare off people who would support him in 2024. And so this was all concocted together in order to do that. Nancy Pelosi's daughter seems to me like she isn't buying the narrative, and she's actually developed friendships with some of these people who are in jail right now. So it will be quite interesting to see how this all plays out, because we know the House of Representatives is launching investigations into the FBI, the DOJ, and all these other institutions. I wonder if this video here will actually play a part in that church-style committee that they are putting together to hold these intel agencies accountable for their attempted overthrow of the U.S. government, U.S. president, and of course silencing everyday American citizens on various platforms. So we'll see how all this kind of turns out, but it's quite interesting. The video is 16 minutes. Go check it out. I really highly suggest it, and then let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Of course, you guys can follow me on my social media, including Odysee, Gab, and Twitter, all linked in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and of course, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Have a great day.